Now really, as soon as know, we all know from the age of the sea, we all know that anytime when APC comes, then they bring trouble and left in a trouble. And we don't see what's in the happen. From the election, what's in the happen, when I know, but look in a area for me, and then we go take them from that, make I tell you now what's in the happen inside the country, and why we need for this together as a party. Because now we are the only people, now we are the only party we will ever bring development to that country. We will save that country. I will start by saying that the worst SLPP government better pass the best APC government. We not only bring independence, but also initiate development after independence, and we make sure say the country did together. Until the APC take over, they introduce tribalism, nepotism, the level it was, we make everybody in the world look SLP, the country, Sierra Leone, as savages. With the cut yourself with your hand, they look the company, you lay in hand, you cut them. When you look at that, you know it's not a Sierra Leone and one. Because we are peace loving people, we able. They make lava, and every human being in the world they make lava. Coming to the SLPP, of course, quite in a lot of circles, people view me as a controversial figure. I am not a controversial figure. Waiting bring me into politics, not just that love for the country. Where I begin work as a soldier, now inside Thailand they drop me. They say, go fight there. Inside Nyandeon. Now there I begin fight. I end up in Shebema. I head the Shebema unit. We protect Shebema until when me left there. I be did we be Nashtai. I commodity after we do the coup in 1992. In the time when we did it, no rebel, no ever enter Daru or enter Shebema. They go can the fight Daru Barracks because the Daru town they be taken. But take the war down. Daru Barracks. Tell the rebels they reach inside Freetown, do they ever enter Daru Barracks. So, what thing I really want to say is this. Me get a background from as a patriotic citizen, we enter the army for fight for the country. And after that, I happen for be part of a coup where we overthrow the APC. Why? Because all efforts democratically for change government in that country they don't fail. We all know from 1968 up to 1992 where they go to for make we not even get way for change. They make it to one party, they legislate them, go to parliament, they pass them. So nobody not be get way for fight or for change government. Now we got to give the strength, the wisdom, and the blessing for more good one who will not die. Today we are
Fambuluna kusha enduna adu. We are on come back today for can't talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet salute. Now we on. Whoa, they will left for do them bad things then. We they feel a more salute. Now we on. Whoa, we are the. And if we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean bad, oh, we just transform it, we had go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean bad, oh, we just transform it, we had go before. Fambul, Kusha again inside this one big family house and una kabo. Well, every day we tell you say this not a family house where we all decide and call we are. And they still they tell you say this not a family house where they bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, again, as things them they go on under Shembepia in Onkulwena Kiateka Bio, if you don't around the first 5 years, well, Kone say na he win this other election where if you can go for another 5 years. Well, still, thing don't in up we bone na throat, as we all know the reggae where they go on right now in the country. The opposition say they don't agree, And we see the international community again. No grief for congratulate this man when they say in the president of the republic right now. Well, because of that one day, every day then they give it to them for talk, and how they give it them now, so we take with time for bring them to now. But today, the program a look change. What I mean today, we did come out now a different routes. The program today we name them Monologue. Plenty of you don't they ask for we on grandpa, we on big brother, we on uncle, we na Imran T. Well, then today's yeah. Plenty people say, waiting happen, they know they see Imran T. Plenty people they say, waiting happen with Imran T. Today, now the answer, with Imran T self, they can answer you. Well, I don't know if now will they bring you to the program today, but I think they bring you with your grandpa now the program today. As I say, the program now Monologue. Who say with grandpa they can react on all the things them when they inside the package. I mean the bundle of this election. We gonna tell we say na caretaker bill winner. I will welcome with grandpa. Make una know if na Imran T or not. Grandpa, you welcome na you own program as today. Shemepia and Bible not even get talk na. I the start am, na so the end am. We just there for look for the system. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Bible and your own Paramount Chief. I really appreciate. I get the honor where you give me, and I wear I'm the country close. Thank you. But before I say anything, the family them, the listeners them, I want for telling a plenty cabo and plenty kushe. We come here today, not to for come tell in a more lies on top of lies them waiting a ground. Now for can set some records straight. Because some things in the happen in our country were totally not correct. And some of we don't make a conscious decision, say we get for bring light come. But anything we get darkness. And likewise, we all know say we person get an injury, not to fire then they put fire. Now ice. So I don't bring ice come and light. Follow we can deal with the issues there we pending. I get a video where I see where one young gentleman this guy for talk who that don't lead Sierra Leone longest, where I totally find very irritating.
61 to 1967. So that's now 6 years. Right? They run the
something they play now we country. We're not supposed to play because we are interdependent, we are interrelated, we are one people. Way for build a nation, and the nation supposed to be a Sierra Leonean family, Sierra Leonean nation. But unfortunately, some other people them get ideas where they want to make supremacy within the Salon family for say them better pass other people them. Politics, like where you they do business. APC, they sell markets. SLPP, they sell markets. The people and where they buy the markets, now the customer them. These are the electorates. Now then they decide whether in markets and they buy, depending on the way whether they add value on them products. Because you find out for say, nobody no one forgets a bad value. So then they look for bargains. So APC they sell, SLPP they sell. So who that on the longest? Not to SLPP a business for decide that, not to APC a business neither for decide that. Now the electorate, where now the customer, now then they decide who shop, then they buy. And who that gets good bargains, good goods for bring can at the market, that's why then they buy. Simple. No attachment. So if APC they sell fine, then go buy them again and again and again and again. Nobody no get right for question them. If SLPP now then get the best goods, the people then go buy from SLPP again and again and again. Not so nobody business for tell Salon people them whether they for buy SLPP or buy APC. It is their sole right. And that right they now even God give you. The free will for choose what you want. That free will they it give you what you call autonomy. When we get for decide how we want we life for look like. And because now we are the masters of we own destiny, we get the right to choose the party where we want. I see me brother, they can lay some false theory for say SLPP not rule better, that APC don't rule. That is like it try for justify the fact say SLPP for the election. Then they make I get some goosebumps. And I say, make I can put them right. And I want for can provoke with people and thinking process. Because I want for we Sierra Leone and begin to get what they call critical thinking. What is critical thinking? Now, for where would they think? Then we forget about with personal emotions. Take them out of the equation. Let we take with prejudices, they're out of the equation. Let we be objective, focus on the issues. Look them, bottom and top. We look them in total. That means holistically. I'm not coming here for support SLPP. I'm not coming here for support APC. I just come for can deal with the issue. For let people and see how you for big bone for cook plazas. Because if you not cook the bone fine, you go swell around and it will be a problem. So I go ask me brother for let he play the video in question. Make innerself yeri and make a break and down for una. Because we not tolerate lies in Sierra Leone anymore. We just want to put things them as they need. So me brother, I go beg you for let you play that audio and I go tell you when to stop. Please.
67. So that's now 6 years, right? They run the country at that time. Now, between that 6 years, they, well, before they go to the analysis of that, now that time they rule, and after 1967, when they called the election, where that election then be a highly contested election between the SLPP and the APC, and in that election they began for tie. But the people that were being break that tie, they have been two paramount chiefs them, one Nongowa, Chief Kutubu, Paramount Chief Kutubu Kasamba, and the other one Atayama would have been Paramount Chief Ellen Brewer. And then or two began for decisive that they go vote on the side of the APC, and that will automatically make the APC became the winner in that election. But when APC become a winner in that election, they're not getting government. But anyway, SLPP in term of office being done in 1960. After that election. So from that time they
he say SLPP take power 61, then rule for 6 years. That is far from the truth. That is far from the truth. Let me break them down for you. You see, Sierra Leone be there under the rule of the colonial occupiers them from 1787. We there under them for 150 years. But before we get independence, SLPP ruled Sierra Leone pre-independence and post-independence. So in that light, where I mean pre-independence and post-independence, that is where they don't decide for give we independence, then like where they land for drive, it reach a point where the driver they give the apprentice the steering. So then give with the steering in 1954. In 1954, when they give with the steering, now Sir Milton Magai became the first minister. Now then they make the laws, now then they in charge of the country, SLPP. But SLPP, not your main man gets SLPP. SLPP, I go tell you today how SLPP formed. SLPP information, it come about through a man what they call Gerald Nathaniel Jones, where later, because of the Pan-Africanism, he called himself Lamina Sanko. Now, him na the main person for form the SLPP party, but he talk with a brother where now by Farmer task 2. At that time, by Farmer task 2 gets what they call the PEPU, when are the Protectorate Educational Progressive Union. That union day, now northern people, them be day, them be they run them for make them go educate them people them, open them people and eye, and make them bring development for them people. But the Southern brothers, they said, begin a union called SOS. SOS na Sierra Leone, na the Sierra Leone Organizational Society. So the PEPU, in collaboration with Lamina Sanko, now then start this collaboration here for form the SLPP party. When they can form them, being Lamina Sanko, now the man where we want Sierra Leone for unite, because along where we start, we get a protectorate that we upline, then the colony in Freetown and the island there. That is Bond Island, Banana Island, Plantain, all them places that they under the colony. So it not be like that as a Pan-African. If one that we join. So when they make the SLPP party, now they then call upon, because it be just because the PEPU now be northern people in Delhi. So then we want for build one Sierra Leone. Now make, if you notice, not only the man give the slogan, one country, one people. Now because then we want one country, one people, for that we get a nation of one thinking, one thought, one principle, and one value system. Then they use that slogan there. But it will not be complete until we get the Southerners to come in. That's how they invited Samilton Magai. Samilton Magai now be a very intelligent man. Now be a much older man than most of them. The only man with the person now be Lamina Sanko at that time. Because Samilton Magai was born in 1895. Shekhar Stevens be born 1905. Albert Magai be born 1910. While Sanusi Mustafa na be the second Agba for age. Ina be the 1900, 1901 na born also. So now party them, they know themselves. So then bring them come for can join the SLPP. Samilton, they make him the leader. They ask him for let he lead, because at that time the chairman of the party now be by Farmatas, and Cambia now be the headquarters for SLPP. This is fact. All the meetings that when they make at that initial stage, na Cambia, now they be the host them. So when they call Samilton, now Cambia come, when they can ask him if he can lead, because now be an older man, very intelligent man. He do history na FBC, he done him. For let you know how the man intelligent, he do arts. Then he left arts, he go to Durham University. He go do medicine, and he go Liverpool College back for do tropical medicine. Very intelligent man, and I be a very liberal man. He want to bring the country together. And he showed that how he used in medicine, how he bring the digba them, the sowe them, for come inside medicine, for make them help or reduce infant mortality. He did a lot of wonderful work for the country. So, he take the seat 1954. 54. Why can people like they say, Anes Kerman and this, and Anes Kerman was 1 year old boy, where Samilton take charge. He take him, that was pre. He did in charge, then go na Lancaster House, where we go finally get we independence. And whenever we go, now Samilton Magai, his date of birth, and then he wants for that we get the independence. But Ian MacLeod no agree. He say no, give them. It is agreeable, say then they give we the independence. But it is not if, now when. Now in choose the date April 27. Because if not, the delegation will go, where we get Bankole Brighty Party, where we get Rogers Righty Party, then all go, PMP also be there on the delegation plus SLPP. Now be a coalition front, not to SLPP give independence, far from it. If we talk about independence in Sierra Leone, Creole people and do best part of the fighting, then it is not in contention, and that's fact. And when you talk about education, the people them, when are they sick make who get education. Because when you with man and come, one of the way they want for rehabilitate them, they come with a lot of missionaries them. Almost all the schools them where they open. Now Freetown, now we're missionary school, even FBC, now missionary they open. The first school where British government built in 1906, now both school we don't turn the school of hegemony, the school of thugs, the school where they produce people them, where they misuse, because that school initially where Leslie Probin make them, if you want for make them a school where then they instruct young boy them for turn out for be big sober men them for leave the country. Now make even the ethos was to do with manners. They say manners make it man. Manners make it man. Unfortunately, we not see manners in Kone and not see manners in Madabiu. So I still wait for make the Board of Governors and Board of Trustees then for come forward. Anyway, now we put that one side. Minema ki say Mudu Kakama, they one side now. Sam Milton ruled say 61 when we get independence. Then independence he ruled till 64. Now he died. But funnily, symbolically, that same 64 day, now in this magnanimous Sierra Leonean, Lamina Sanko, when a man where a feast salon need for still give the honor we deserve. They not give that Creole man the respect we deserve. Without that Creole man, they will not forget an amalgamated Sierra Leonean. He is the brainchild of SLPP and the amalgamation of we country for get one Sierra Leone. Anyway, where Sam Milton died, the next person will die in that 1964 day, na Lamina Sanko. Funnily, the two great men died in 1964. The power struggle. Where Sam Milton died, they not tell people in quick. The natural person wait for this take power. Where Sam Milton be don't grow, na Kerifa. We be get one woman in our country will be very popular, be very respected. But unfortunately, the real story about him, a lot of people don't know. Now, him na Madam Gulama. He married to the chief of Lunsar when I buy Koblo. Now that make he get Koblo Gulama. Because she is the chief, paramount chief. His papa now be the chief, Julius Gulama. When he died, now he left the throne for a daughter, where now Madam Gulama. So he married to the chief of Lunsar when I buy Koblo. So now he become Koblo Gulama. He's very influential. But guess what? He gets a lot of things them about him where people don't know. Where SLPP begin this bad trick. Now him now be the brainchild for make the propaganda them. Where the king his cousin be the Kana Sierra Leone when are the Duke of Kent. They say APC don't bring external forces that are the country, just like what they talk so now. You see, in America, they tell people and say history very important. This same thing when Madam they talk about external. Presiding they talk so external forces. If it don't happen before. They say external forces, they don't can take the country, they don't can infiltrate inside the country just because Sheikha Stevens, he challenged the way they want to do the independence. Because him the one for make them do the Casablanca model. But Sam Milton then the one for do the Morovia model. That time the most African Pan-Africans then, now the Casablanca, when I be the radical model, now they want. The Morovia model, now the Libele model, where they for Libele to with money and go softly. Sheikha Stevens is not the one softly. He wanted to go the Casablanca model, the same model where Kwame Nkrumah go, where he used. So, when they do that, they end up for do the Morovia model, when are the Libele model. You will expect them for make them talk about inventory, waiting and OE, waiting and not OE, then just go talk because they want power, angry one. Anyway, now that woman say, that is Madam Koblo Gulama, he say external forces they don't do. And also, now in the make an allegation say Sheikha Stevens and the APC party, but before then, Sheikha Stevens na be PMP. PMP break away because they will do a leadership challenge in SLPP. Where Albert Magai and Shaka Steven and Bifiba twin, fractional twin them. Then a hand and glove, sus and lace, Tikop and Sosa. They're not separate, they're inseparable. So then prevail on Albert say, you don't beat your brother, but still not agree for be the leader of SLPP. After where Albert Magai do the leadership challenge. So can they all prevail on them? Now they vex, he left the party, they go form a party, PMP with Pacheki. So they go form the PMP. So during the independence talk, Sheki and Albert then go as PMP. But later on, Albert come back to SLPP where he become Minister of Finance. But the person where probably take the position, na Kerifa Smart. So what thing can happen? Samilton can die. This woman here, when I be make the arrest Sheki, where Sheki not see daylight during independence, that woman they, na him na the person when mix pan the conspiracy for denying the person when in natural right for be the leader. Because it don't work so much for the party. Even with parliament where we get Sierra Leone, now Kerifa Smart in wisdom and in hard work, now make we get parliament where you go beg the Israeli them for Kankan Bilam. And this is fact. That man did not talk about that. Because the Nepalese men they hegemony. And when they stop on Sierra Leone, there are a lot of good men they people them. But to get a lot of bad men they people them where they try for inject this tribalism. And SLPP don't become party of tribalisms. Then gets the tribalism, and the political tribalism. And both tribalism prejudicial, now prejudice. We don't want them in the country. We don't want them again. And that make me they come forward for can break and down for now. Let una know the history. So when Hamilton died, then keep on secret. When they're busy, they do the roadshow business for Pull Kerifa Smart. They just see Albert Magai boss. Then they flex shumu. But that same day, they be done weaken the northern stronghold in the party. Because 1956, when they get the strike in the country, that same day, SLPP there betray and damage the founder of the co-founder of the SLPP party when by Farmatas too. Now him, they expel him from the party and then dethrone him from being a paramount chief. Now they Banja Tijasi go back, he take it West my hand. That is another story. SLPP then get bad trick. Anyway. So when they can begin, then Albert Magai can take power now, Kerifa Smart, and that very next day, they start Kerifa Smart, he replace him with Rogers Wright. He bring people like Juju Sheriff, a young guy who just come out study. He come unionize the party. He bring affirmative action. Everywhere else in the world, where they bring affirmative action, now a way for give advantage to minorities, for make them get confidence in themselves, for make them able get equal rights or equal chances, for make them go grow. Now the society where they, like for instance, America, where they get civil rights, affirmative action, the civil rights people in pet, they get an affirmative action, then do it for the black people, and because the black people and be a minority. So Albert Magai may not see the logic where you go make affirmative action for the largest tribe, then Sierra Leone. That begin for the very bad waiting, where great people like Dr. Fona, when are the first pediatrician in Sierra Leone, medical doctor, the Magorka man. Then they all see say, this is not good. The most prolific writer in the country then, where na be Bajtaki. This we own paper here, what we talk about. So this man here, Bajtaki, na be a writer for we own paper. And na as APC party that one day, you know. Then you find out for say that man they be sabi right bad. Now man the way be the right, it not be funny. Now man where him and Sarah in and what is Johnson. Now the two people that the way Sarah Leone go both say now people them way really sabi right. Then they write extremely well. So what think can happen? That man they can take dislike to Albert Magai because of the thing. They can't see for say if they misappropriate money, if they make Mama Queen there, and even this woman here, Madame Koblo, they say like concubine, even though she was married. Then was both come for them inside the Mama Queen business in the country, where what thing can happen. Albert Magai don't then at the place, according to the Constitution, 61 Constitution, where we did it, Albert Magai be supposed for did it for just 1 year and call election. That was the first breach of Constitution of the country by SLP. Albert Magai then took fire in call election till 1967. The one party where this boy they talk about, one party, not to APC, bring one party in Sierra Leone. In the 60s, the type of politics model will be there, if we get social democracy kind of thing and Pan-Africanism. So most of the early pioneers, them people like Nyerere, people like Kwame Nkrumah, people like Sekou Touré, they want then get rid of colonialism and they want to make one Africa. When they make them forget this OAU and everything. So waiting them be want forget one party because that's not be the thing at that time. So Albert Magai said one for copy that because that was the thing. And the one party itself, not to Albert Magai suggested. Now during Sam Milton Iten, after a leadership challenge, the party will disintegrate because Sam Milton and Albert Magai then they get civil war between the two brothers then. So then the one from them unite. Now in they ask some of the APC elder them, when most of them now be paramount chief them. And one of the person where they ask now be a minister of state attached to the prime minister when Sam Milton. This man now the most honorable paramount chief Baibero of Malad. Now him they ask for that he do a private members bill in parliament. He bring the private members bill in parliament. The person will second the motion. Now a man when they call Sam Goba. Who is Sam Goba? Sam Goba himself come out from a descendant of chiefs. He come out from Matru John. Now Matru man. Now him second the motion. Then pass on the parliament. At that time, Albert Magai be there against. Well, if Albert Magai there against, that's the Albert Magai and Sheki, na shadow. And you know, they also now plate and spoon, suits and lace, hand and glove, any lady. So they both reject the one party. They pass on a parliament. It was passed in parliament, but Sam Milton can die. Albert now, all of a sudden, because he didn't in power, he want for push him, and people they know his character. He don't show clear tribalism in the country. So people see the disaster coming. So even Sheki, where we support him, say he against. Where be there for one party, where be there against one party, continue for there against Albert Magai because Sheki be afraid say if Albert come make one party, he not going to be prime minister because of his own selfish interest. He condemned Albert and all the top people in the country say one party not will happen. So he not able to do the one party and he not be get a charisma because not a person ways to be for convince people them. But if you don't pass in a parliament, now SLPP pass in a parliament. That is fact. Because SLPP them, Alpha Khan Tokam, he say that they even lie about their existence. They not they ever accept say it was passed in parliament. And this man while they talk, the noble, the honorable Chief Baibero happens to be my uncle. Now my mama is small sister. Now him be married to Chief Baibero. Mama Nakama. Now him be married, Auntie Nakama. Now him be married to Baibero. So Baibero, now him carry the bill go and pass on a parliament. So Albert not be getting support for let it facilitate and for continue. So he lost the election. What he make he lost the election? Now because of the bad financial management, the thievery be too much. That man say will be the export rest. I'm not very sure about it because people will be angry. One of the best strike that will be for run at the country, rest not be there for it because SL people they get problem with rest. Any seven kind of power, rest is shorting. And then the thief rest. Sanisi Mustafa and they in charge of the rest, then bring one steam and rest so then give we. How he pass, I not pass. The rest all disappear. When they ask him, he talk for say, narrata the eater. Then it becomes so funny. Journalists then get a brilliant field day on that issue. They say, Arata then jump and salt water, cross go inside ship, go eat the rest. So then they get inquiry them. Where Pakaba they get involved in corruption, SLPMB, in jump before them push him. He run away go America, and even the reference where he go with, now be a false reference, because now he brother now be secretary to the prime minister then. So Imran give fake reference where he go become a dex posse in the UN. So this now the corruption where be day, it be bad. Anyway, so what you will talk about Maya? Albert Magai lost the elections. And this man they talk for say them the bracket, no bracket at all, then beats them. Why them beats them? Are the bad management, the bad political style where Albert Magai get the forcefulness. Apparently, there was a rumor going around say it be the rival with 3 very prominent SLPP man them. And this very same woman, Madam Koblo Gulama, and she's a married woman. This was the rumor that was there. Say, he might maybe keep Prince Williams, he will keep Kaisamba, then he will keep, Uran else he will keep Prince Williams, Kaisamba, LLM Briwa. So because of that small jealousy there, Albert Magai refused to forgive them. Then 3 man in the symbol for the elections. And then people in there be very popular. He miscalculate. It be mean to say people go just support Tokpoi. That's the palm tree. And that's when they did not them disgruntled. All the not them, they don't begin to break away. They don't go join a SLPP. They don't go form SLPP. Of which at one time Albert Magai briefly joined APC. And APC, not so Sheki former. Sheki beget a movement where they call elections before independence movement. Now then he come out where they call them. Because the first people that will be there, maybe they call them the 7 magnificent. Where now Chief Kale, Jibril Sise, Alaji Jibril Sise, people like Abu Bakar, Siddiqui, Bangura, people like Kausu Conte, people like SAT Koromase, Kamara Taylor, even S.I. Koroma not be joined that 10 day. S.I. Koroma and Shakasidis then can later. That 10 day, they don't get the APC, but they don't get a name for them because they say APC. Now, a Jake Mercy for can counteract this tribalism and the bad political management of the SLPP. Now, Shaka Stevens can make the acronym. So, waiting it be so, All People's Congress. That's the reality. That's fact. Anyway, so, what thing can happen? What thing can happen? Then 3 people and they were them pull, then be very popular. Pa Prince Williams. Who is Pa Prince Williams? Pa Prince Williams was a druggist. He gets a dispensary. Will be very popular in Abo. The pa na be a philanthropist. He treats them proper them. He feed them proper them. This was regular for Pa Prince Williams. I'm able to know I was a small boy. I live na Sewa Road and Pa Prince be there at Jerewu Road. When na him now we be we MP. So I sabi Pa Prince Williams. I sabi wife Auntie Doreen. In fact, that party be get 1 parrot. You know, be get 1 training. That parrot today, it be sabi talk me. So people in Kim Pass and say, Kinio. Instead they whistle back. Kinio. That means make a cable on fongo. Kinio, make a cable on fongo. I'm not gonna take the meaning, but me man ain't gonna know what I talk to. So that man is very popular in Abu Town. He win Sewa Road. He win Jerewu Road. Now he become the member of parliament today. SLPP lost. Then Kasamba go as independent. LM Briwa go as independent. So SLPP, not of today, then get this attitude for say they're not a hand over power. Now a bad habit man. It ain't DNA. And Albert Magai na in bonder bad habits they when they run they not forgive at all. So he lost the election. Now he said that he wait for the chief there. For then they can't support him. But you don't lost the election, go. But Macaulay call the election. But Macaulay not so kalu man. But Macaulay na the best lawyer. And in fact, now the lawyer will train A.B. Kamara. Where A.B. Kamara in turn train but Charles Magai. They say the tribalism not in our country. Can you imagine? A good Creole boy, Batan Macaulay, trained him the man from Kase. A.B. Kamara, a grandchild of Baibure. Now Batan Macaulay trainer. Then him in turn can train Charles Magai. You see how? You see how we country, not be no tribalism, how people and they help one another, and they support each other. Anyway. Now they inaugurate for give power. What's happen now? That same woman back now is surface. That same woman, his small sister, now be married to Brigadier Lansana. Brigadier Lansana now the first brigadier in our country, black brigadier, indigenous brigadier in our country. So what's happen? He called Brigadier Lansana. He said, "I say, like a be bye yo. Look at this as long as so to power boom here. Now in they make arrangements. Now in they make coup. For make the power not come on at the hand. But that time the Prince Williams no agree because he don't join APC. LM Riwa and Kaisamba then send Pakaba banya them for go talk so that for convince them. So they go boost SLPP the number for them not come out. They do all kinds of for come out, so they're not able to come out. Then they make coup. 1967. The coup now very great Sierra Leonean they decide for do the coup because they not be like what in happen where Brigadier Lansana go seize power. So a man when they call Bokari Kaisamba, Charles Blake, Major Jumu, and they make the National Reformation Front in which Jackson Smith became the leader. Jackson Smith said, not too long, now they Patrick Conche, warrant officer, class 2 warrant officer, can make another coup where remove Jackson Smith, the government. Now they make the ACRM, the Anti-Corruption Revolutionary Movement. Now they bring Brigadier Bangura. We Brigadier Bangura decide say no, we allow we give the one that we win election. We not so the man no win barracks. But the funny thing. Almost every time we issue of nationalism for sure, patriotism for sure, Nanotana and Creole people, they fight for the good of all. Sam Milton not be get any tribal blood. In fact, it's not possible because the Bobby way suck. Sam Milton, he bring the country together. And that's facts. He bring the paramount chiefs together. He give them power. Where Albert Magai come, he take power that the paramount chief there and the paramount chief there not be left and back. And that's fact. So when trouble don't meet him, he they call upon the chief there, SOS for them they can help him. And they not trust him. And one of the chiefs there will not be like him. Now my uncle, Chief Baibero. Chief Baibero, after where Sam Milton die, he not take part in Albert Magai government. And this is facts. So this boy, I don't know what he try for achieve. Politics is not about we get for share and equal. No. Now market, you they sell. The people left, the electorates, then they buy market. If your market not good, you cookery not sweet. Where you see, you get your own cookery. You know they eat your cookery, you go buy, you never your own cookery, but you want for make people then buy your cookery. You know they work that way. When you sell cookery, you for trust you cooking, you for eat your own food. But you get your cookery buffer. You know they eat your own cookery. When you are angry, they catch you. You go to the neighbor cookery buffer and they go eat. People and then your own cookery buffer and they complain say your food not sweet, but then they see you they come out and the neighbor your own cookery buffer. You get to pick now you want to the kind. You go eat next door because your own food not sweet. And this is the SLPP. SLPP always not take responsibility for the action. Then they sell bad cookery. And people are not the buyer. So I make a calculation now. 1954, where SLPP take power. Then they take 61, then 7 years. 1961, where SLPP did it, family will not take pen. 1961, where SLPP then did it. Then they take 1964, then 3 years. Now Sir Milton died. So the 3 years plus the 7 years, they one side. So Sir Milton from 1954 to 1964, he ruled for 13 years. 13 years. 9 SLPP ruled for under Sir Milton. So when we get to independence in 61, it not only the number for 3 years. So Sir Milton had 13 years he in power for. Then Albert Magai Day from 64 to 67. That means to say Albert Magai take 3 years. So Pakaba take 10 years. Marabio take 5 years. This is not supposed to be an issue. Adjust, they make a calculation, let people get a critical mind, that will try to put this nonsense to rest. Even though it's not supposed to come back on. But the reality is, SLPP don't have power longest. If we not check the calculation with critical mind. So from 1954 to 1967 at 13 years, that is both Albert Magai and Sir Milton Magai, they rule. Then Pakaba 10 years, now BU 5 years. It go up to 34 years total. But when it comes to the one party, not your APC start the one party. Now SLPP vote for him. Cheki only implement him. We not forget Cheki background. Cheki na a union man. Cheki he get a gob. It's a bit convince people. The only person with faith fan very early na Dr. Fona, where he writes a resignation letter because the man began money for build schools and clinic them for the deprived people in the country. Cheki said they again, but they go buy armor card them and waiting because he not be trust the army and he only get people because Cheki na Minde man. Cheki na Minde man. When they talk for say he commodts na Tonko Limba. Now, Samisa Kata na help him for make them lie and they proceed Kamaratilo. He not commodity. He just walk no more na luku and you know. So that was the thing. Anyway, Sheki at that time before he can take power and be mayor of Freetown, a man will get the guts. It's a bit talk. It's a bit convinced. He convinced SLPP. He convinced the leadership. They signed the documents there. The person will make the one party constitution. Now a man called Honorable Mina, now Minde man from Pujong. And at that time, APC not be strong, not be strong its way. Check be the waiting. Now be UDP. NDP. Now UDP be there as now Dr. Fona and Bastaki and party. Checker Stevens not be very happy with that. He kill them people and they because it not be one competition. Well, at the mandate traits, it not be one competition. Because Albert Magai, Checker Stevens and Sir Milton at one point they live at the same house under the Magai, the merchants, the wealthy man, where na him na the patriarch of the Magais. But the Magai, they say, the Pamagai, Ion Papa, when the Pamagai, when the merchants, Ion Papa, the paramount chief. So, what think happen? Curtis Stevens be stranded, where they send him, go work as a railway officer. Here in West Miata, and me Timmy Changa for them. So then go left Pacheki to the merchant Pamagai. Cheki believe that that's mostly. They were this close. Now make I wonder why people they still encourage these fights to go on and on. This fight is a Mende fight. It's a Sheki Albert Magai fight. the rivalry. Then we can't sit down with the first for 30 days. And we got people where the punishment, the hegemony. We're wrong. We are one people. We are one country. And that was the dream of the wonderful Creopa, when they call Lamina Sanko, when are the S. Gerald, Nathaniel Jones. Na man, when a man of many coats, of many color. Na man when I be banker, na be cleric, na be a teacher, na be educator. It becomes quite a lot of skills. And a very great man at Oxford University study. Na man where I feel say we suppose forgive more honor in our country. In fact, we suppose forget the quoting and do in America. We forget Lamina Sankode in Sierra Leone. And I go advocate and I go fight tooth and nail for that happen in our country. Anyway, now in the man when are the father of democracy. Now in the man where amalgamate the country. Anyway, Sheki convince SLPP they join. And at that time, they don't kill plenty Sierra Leonean. The one party, the people that will enjoy it. I mean, the people that more. I mean, the people that more. After the people like Samabanya, I be minister right through. Samabanya enjoy you. You get people like Dr. Sano, Dr. Sandy, Minister of Education, Joe Jackson, Edison Bobo, Moewo Koji, Kaisamba, Kesi Bamanja, Gandhi Kapio, Gobio Lamin, Samabanya, Suluku Sukutamba, Salia Juju Sharif, JB Dauda, Fania, Bukumu, Bansamoy, Sanisim, Musa, you just name it. They all have the SLPP. And every SLPP constituents that is south and southeast. He gets an MP, and the MP na many people. So how una they run away from the one party? The one party was a union of all the party there. But unfortunately, the only thing which Sheki not do, where if he be do them, may need them for the grade. That if he be changed the name from APC to a neutral name, which he didn't do. So that make they not feel satisfied, but they enjoy now the APC pass any northerner. So that is the reason why they propose the 30-something years where I don't say now the 34 years where SLPP don't rule from 1954 to Marabio now 34 years because Cabana 10 years, Albert Magaina 3 years. Sam Milton after independence, that is post-independent, now 3 years. Pre-independent, now 7 years. Now 13 years. Plus the 10 years we Pakabadu. And the 5 year we Biodu. Total 34 years. If we get for be fair, when a SLPP now gonna vote and pass the one party bill na parliament. Then now gonna sign the paper then for make Sheki able for do am. And more of SLPP people and take part. Like Mina, we write that one party constitution. Why should you not take responsibility? Why? Sierra Leonean people wanna be the judge of this. The 14 years when one party. When was the one party? The one party na Sheki ruled from 1968 to 1971. From 1971 to 1992. Now 1971, now we get one-way traffic. Now we get right-hand traffic. Now it change from left-hand traffic because the traffic, you want to go with the drive now the same as England at that time. 1971, now we change. And at that time back, we get the Republican within a call. So now 1978, now we can't get the one party. So Shaka Stevens we get Shaka Stevens rule till 1985. So if Shaki ruled till 1985, Momo start from 1985 to 1992. If you calculate all of that, APC at 29 years ago. And the very generous, again, Anes Krumah 11 years. Anes Krumah not ever ruled for 11 years. He ruled for 10 years, 6 months, and some days. Now Anes Krumah ruled for. Well, just round them up to 11 years. But when I said, can go do your mathematics. So that guy is so wrong. It's so wrong that I don't want to even go. In fact, I go left Salon people and this we need for do in stages. I go stop on this issue of dating or carbon dating. So where they talk about Sky, Samba, and that kind of people and the only real SLPP there will not ever change go APC. Now only one Mindema. Only one Mindema, they all turn APC. So Mindema no get nothing for say to SLPP. Because they all joined. They all took part. They all benefited. They all participated. The only thing is, Shaki make a mistake, you know, we call him another party name. He still left the name APC. But you get two other people that will not ever join SLPP. They will not ever join APC. I mean, when I SLPP. The two gentlemen, one, Chief Bibiro. Chief Bibiro not ever join. Then a man called Dr. D.M. Yila, where himself now be a doctor, we get a druggist, now other philanthropists. Now a man where spend so much time they help people in Abo town. They kill every donkey salad, they give every beggar meat. Every Friday, if they do treatment for miskina and people them way no privilege, way poor. They feed them, they provide for them, they give them treatment. So Dr. D.M. Hila, Idris Hila, not ever join APC. Sheki Loka and Pafatate and agree. And Chief Bibero also. Sheki do all kind of things. He drive, he send, he take helicopter, go Namara several times for go try for convince and let join APC. He not ever join APC. Say where he die. He not join. And Manapaka are the only Southerner. So waiting this boy they talk about. You know, if SLPP will not try to get some small shit. And the other thing where I want to close this particular segment on. Whose party they necessarily when they don't make when a successful party. You know, when I left for they put empty spoon on your mouth. When I can't run political party, when I not get people skills, when I not able to manage, when I get very wonderful Mende people them. Very lovely Mende people them. Great Mende people them. I have brothers that are Mendes. I grew up in Mende life. I was born in Mende life. All I know is Mende. But where I see something will happen 77, where make we move come out go town for go now we not for we on safety. I see he repeat back where I see me the man say bendimia ina inyamube. Now you brother, but only if he's not APC. If he's APC, gloves are off. He should be lynched and killed. We see how SLPP then they kill Mendema. Where na APC, just because you don't support SLPP. That is political tribalism. Then you get the one them where they kill not another because they not join them part, because they're not to Mende, then they kill them. It is wrong. If una they kill una you Mende brother. It make you very uncomfortable. It make you afraid una. And that make they call all the Mende people them we choose for sex them out. I already say lawyer Brewer don't resign. He said, you know, they work on a Madam Bio. I welcome that development today because the Brewer family is a reputable family. LM Brewer, now one of the people that will deny Albert Magai, he stand firm. Now, I go one take picture when they look for a good background. When they look for good people, then look the background. Brewer family is a good family. My brother, I tell you, thank you. But I call upon both school boys and other progressive Mende people for come out and condemn this year where they go on. Because they are great Mende people. But the Mende culture and tradition, if they're in trouble, if we're there in silence, where all the atrocities there, all them bad practices there, they take place. A great man, Martin Luther, say, where the ultimate tragedy where they happen, not to the killing of the people, not to the wounding of the people, not to the bad things the way bad people they do. Now the fact the good people they see and they set them out. So Wuna, the good men, they people them, where they see Mother Bio, Prince Hardy them, they do the things the way they do. When they go, they say chop boy, chop boy, chop boy, chop boy. They perfume, they rub pound now. And we are hurting. And we are predestined to be together. We they cohabit. We they live together. We they live in the same country, not an accident where God puts we together. Now a destiny. God decides, say, Mindeman, Tiniman, Krioman, Susuman, Madinguman, Lokoman, Fulaman, Krio, we all go in the same country. Lamina Sanko fetch hard for amalgamate. For that we join together, that will be one family. Krio people and forgive una. The Mende uprising, una be don't do an atrocity before. Where Boku Mende people don't know about. Where una massacre Krio people then. Why do we want to go back that road? Now they talk about Rwanda. We don't get we on Rwanda. Where Creoles were massacred. In those days, not a Creole then be the trade, not a team then be the trader them. You know, Sierra Leone, where you know Aristo, they do business, you know, merchants. The Creole them because they big book, they were merchants. Wait him the man they do business now. We're not trader because Bokuno are the book. We tell them what they do, but things don't change now. You know, so this is the situation. So because they can say, we poor man get so foot na penda, we Creole man get so foot na gout because them more polished. And that is true. And make him the call, then create a Western people can be called Aristo, you know. But anyway, things have changed now. We don't come together. Creole, they married Timmy, they married Creole. Me said fiance sister. He married to the Robin Coca. The Robin Coca them, and then Fraser and me. Me uncle, late Uncle I, he married me auntie when I locosi. When I'm Mami Lokosi, I'm a Kenny, he daughter. Now my mama is small sister. They hide it. And they hide them, they connected to them freezer. You see how we country interconnected, they make a use it. So why we did the kind of running that? Why? Why mean they man will not go left this year? Will not go left them kind here? And one always down and said to them out. With the exception of one great man where I love and appreciate. Today, at the year 19, Sir Charles Magai, now a man of a flagrant felicity of characteristic. I love the man. The man do another thing where Martin Luther say. He say, not to usa you team up at times of convenience. Now usa you team up with things that sour. Things that don't sour. Albert Charles Magai, they always team up. Usai the people are weak. God could bless you, Magai. You're not a blessed man. But I can talk about good bikini come out. God bless you, sir. May God give you long life for me. We appreciate you. We thank you. We honor you. You see, Salo, especially at the South, anybody way good, they're not praising him. When I don't notice SLPP, when they talk, when that guy they make a presentation, who he talk about most? Now about my guy. He not talk about Sam Milton, no. Sam Milton, where now the greatest leader, we show liberalism in our country. The next person we show liberalism in our country, whether you like it or not, and Eskroma bring SLPP, APC, everybody together. Well, we are one nation. But Jesus have had they all work for them. People like Sani, they all work for them. Sani work as lance minister na APC. Immediate SLPP win. He go back to SLPP, go be lance minister there. When I don't see the connection, the hegemony. When I don't see how he play. And Eskroma not do what he do because he hate APC. He do one because he want to get one ceremony. The more way I can open then study there, then case study there, they make and they appreciate people and for them values where they demonstrate. And a good leader, the decision and way they make now for posterity, how it go affects the next generation. I think and Eskroma they think that with it. Now that's make way he retire. He didn't Sierra Leone. He not go nowhere. He dey work freely. He dey jog on the streets. Una allow left mother be ubale wakara abacha in 1 week. Hey, then go run after an straight forward. They go tell expect they go there Vietnam. He go run it because they beat when they go beat him. And go beat and say go kuno like yabas. He go kuno like when grain yabas na fire na pepper stone. Or like when grain binge na pepper stone for make binge akara or lele. This is the situation. My brother, as we don't reach at this stage here, I want you play that other Kalokalo gentleman when they call Prince Adin in audio. Now they are for waiting and let people and begin ask questions. Then we get an interactive part of this discussion. Play Prince Adin when himself now other misguided, foolish, crazy. I don't always talk and I say with problem as Sierra Leone, not to the illiterate people. Now the one that always say then go school. Now then are we problem. Now they don't dwell with country. How you go school? You both
61 to 1967.
Academic prowess. You can at England, you do primary school, you do secondary school, you do university. Then you get a bold man, you talk for say the Western people and we can help we, they are intellectually dwarfed. Not to England you study, that means to say you intellectually dwarfed too. You can't acquire an education where get dwarfism. Una can just open una mouth to talk, but your brother do a play, man. The people are here for this.
Their role in the democratic process goes beyond, far beyond just voting. They are our ambassadors outside there, giving the true picture of what Sierra Leone is. You have done your best.
If I'm them, I think we get some small technical glitch.
But even
and Bible, not forget to
not
for play.
Like God.
Do I have a yes?
You. As I said, Jesus Christ had
12
disciples.
I'm not hear you.
30% went against him. Judas, Thomas, and Peter, they denied him. But you as a human, you have done your best. I've been in politics for a long time. Your output has created unity within your party in the first place. And you are not only developing Sierra Leone, you are also developing the party. Infrastructurally and the human capacity. By the time you leave this office to step aside, because you're not going to do such a work and just disappear. No. No, because it will be a waste. This party will be in a strong position if we put a mad dog as head of state. SLP will always stay in power. That's the focus that you have done. We can boast of structures coming up. We have been able to achieve 98% of what we promised this nation, whilst developing and strengthening our party. Today, these people pay their own way. I know
you can cut her now, inside there under because people don't see him. You know, me family, when I eating like this,
leave your job, pay your
SLP chairman at a time like this, where people in the north can get pain in them.
Your home, back home.
All man know, even a blind person can clearly tell you for see they read the election. Some of us we don't predict them a year ago that SLP not they look for free and fair election, they look for real election. Because all the things them taken into consideration, the census, the PR system, the removing of the 10 parliamentarians and for create an artificial majority in a parliament, the introduction of the speaker where they're not entitled to, all of those, then they do that for make them take full charge, for make them able to do what they need for do, for they rig the election. And they infiltrate all the institutions. It was all there. Even APC party, the infiltrator. It was all there to make the rig this election. It was a grand scheme because you know for say BO gets this how I can call himself. He don't escape me for 1 minute. He gets this criminal enterprise. Criminal enterprise of which Naina the CEO. He gets he directors them like Kone. He gets Andrew Lavali. He gets people like this boy, what's in name, oh God. Then get a name them. When they call themselves Andrew Lavali, you get Mambu, then you get Sano, you get plenty others. You get what's the other guy in one of the Minister of Information, when they say they don't sack. Then you get how you call him Professor David Francis. You get people like Tamba Charles, where Nakalukalo father. Well, anyway, even father didn't get the nomination. You know, now Holy Ghost father, the moral threshold is not as that of the Franciscan father. Then we will talk about that another day. Where we break that down for now. But for now, this man get a bold man at a time like this with people really they're in pain, they're in trauma. After they don't fight very hard for them votes, then teach them votes. Then that mandate in map say then win election. They don't say they're not winner. And Mother Bio go day as long as he wants. Nobody not go remove and day. Mother Bio go day till 2028 and beyond. This is a man where go school. This is a man where say he get PhD. This is a man where they call other people and say they're intellectually dwarf. They get intellectual dwarfism. With this kind of display, what do you show? Who is an intellectual dwarf? You say the matter be it's tired. Is that democracy? But in no shock we. That's all about my guy where he lost election. In no grand over power. With the help of Kande Bure and Madam Koblo Gulama, they asked Brigadier Lansana when Madam Koblo Gulama is a brother-in-law for let him make a coup for support the Mende hegemony. They're reluctant for left power. Sheki win election 67, we not get power till 68. The way Sheki self now, ungrateful man, where he come, the one way fed for him, he kill himself. In the history of Sierra Leone, northern people, they don't do patriotic things, them. We don't die for the country. The southern, I look like for saying they only die for a southern issue, but not for a country-wide issue. You don't look like that. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let somebody can tell me off. One, we don't make a decision, we suffer. Even the last person you want to know, we sacrifice his life for Sierra Leone, for the sake of Sierra Leone. Na Sambangura, we na Tonkolili man, we na bank governor, we challenge Checker Stevens. He said this, oh, you want for me people and go suffer, not do them. Money don't puel, money they puel. Not do them. He said, I'm not going to allow you for do them. Mysteriously, the man come out of balcony for he die. Then kill her. Now what not done. The trail day, una proof for myself. Who's me, the man don't do that. You get that color man day. Mother be the chief, all the money, you do all the bad things there. You know, say fin. In fact, he ate and a bit. You know, put your foot down. And this is the difference between the Southerners and the Northerners. The Northerners will get diversity. Why? Because we have more tribes. We get about 13 tribes in the Union. While in the South, you just get Kizi, Kono, Demende, and Shabu. 4. While we get Loko, we get Alunka, we get Kuranko, we get Madingo, we get Fula, we get Soso, we get Limba, we get Timni, we get Kriyo, we get Bolum. Go on and on. So we always they argue, we always they get debate. So they get conversation. And we proud for say Wandomukas, Wandomukara, Pikin Mamasai, Pikin Pasai. And if Tilimayari say you get connection with them, then they embrace you warmly. But me not feel say that for be an issue. I just feel to say we as Sierra Leonean, we all for make Sierra Leone the first group. Waiting na this tribalism. tribalism, they create quite a lot of things that where they polarize the society. It creates a wedge where when they begin to talk like us and them. And that's what SLP they talk now. They SAPC them, they APC them, they APC them. Of all, we all people them. They call them in them Arata. Of all, the many people that they call the Northern them. Kenya Muisia. That is those over there. That's the one that up yonder. Then in turn, the team then they say Arata, that the ones then where they below na the cardinal. Not for anything they will get through. Now politics. Now don't make me the man, they don't change power. And then they forget a grip of themselves. The Mine's were not like that. Why are they like this? And why did they try for who everybody when I'm in there for join them and their hegemony? It should not happen. You read this man. He make a class system. In go school, na England, in a year, in grow up, so he know the mentality. Are you sure you know the mentality? If you understand the mentality, which part of democracy you don't understand? Where they talk, say, mother be you for the day, forever, infinitesimally, endlessly. You really go school? You really learn anything that you score? The word where you talk, it come from your orifices. What is now your orifices? I'm not going to use the Creole word. Now you exhaust it, come out. You know, come on, now you mouth. Because if you say you can't school in England, England is one of the oldest democracies in the world. England gets parliament. Wait. It colonized Sierra Leone, it colonized America. England. How America gets their independence? Now where the Fed and outside the Fed come out. Now over plabber where England gets with America over tea taxation or tax tea and call it the Boston Tea Party, the Boston Massacre. So England and America, America and Sierra Leone will be there as colony under England. That's what we have in common. So what I'm saying here is Prince Adi, now a new fool, now a new season for fools. It comes from a fool's paradise. It is so disgraceful where a man will go school. The boss say he gets doctorate before he name. The label. And then they try to bring another form of prejudice in our country where as dangerous as tribalism. It happened, fascism, in Germany, when they try to get a hybrid of Germans. So now, where tribalism don't they fail them, now they want to bring nationalism, extreme nationalism, for make Sierra Leonean hate foreigners. Then begin to kidnap foreigners, like in Nigeria. That will not happen. It will not work. That's why people like us are here. Nationalism, patriotism is fine. Extreme nationalism is bad. Now, in care fascism go to Germany. We don't want that in Sierra Leone. Where them people happy to give money, we not call them external money. We not call them MCC grant. Just because we misbehave and correct una, all of a sudden they don't become external. But I not still see when they call them money them, where them they give una external. For Salon people them. Salon government's not able to count the people them. If Salon one counts Sierra Leoneans pass England, give we money. If England and Europe not give we money for do census, we not get money. If England not give we money for pay, we judge them, we not get money. If then country they are not assist with, we are finished. And the finger where they feed with, and then people are see don't they bet, they bash. Salon people, Mende people in particular. Now they talk to. When I left the hegemony, when I wake up and come to the realization, say, we are all one people. During the Otax War, Chief Kailondo dispatched generals, strong, best men them, and logistic for support by Bure at that war. And the people away he sent, this is where Lord General puts local and call the Romani. That is where Kailondo regiments can be there. These are not story. We get a lot in common. And before I open the line for let people and call. People and go they ask, and the guy also talk say, SLPP that they open in colleges there. The only teachers college where I know say SLPP do now Samilti Magai do and Milti Magai Teachers College. But all the other colleges them, Bunubu Teachers College, na be CTC, na be Model Primary School. I went to Model Primary School. The formative years na both town. The man where carry me go be first day at school now, an old teacher, when I'm mama in neighbor now be neighbor, and the name teacher Gregory. Teacher Gregory and carry me go school. I be the cry. I say no one go move na go school. I don't be know the difference between secondary school and primary school. Now both school I be always one for good where I be little. Anyway. CTC na in later on to Bundubu Teachers College. But CTC, I then Catholic then Model na be the primary school for teacher there for practice. Then you get St. Francis. You get Bundubu. Now so Makeniba, the Teachers College will be the then father there. And they call them St. James Teachers College. Before they turn to Mackenzie's Teachers College. Now 1968 they open. 1968 then they open. And Moyamba, when they ask yourself why they call Moyamba, Moyamba, the first indigenous person, Apayamba. Moyamba. If anybody gets anything different, so that make it bring them all the way on now. But Moyamba, Apayamba. And Moyamba, na Baminde people them. Baminde people them. Baminde people them. We twin with Timni people them. Most of them you talk Mende and Timni, Mende, Timni. Take go them more Mongire part, take go them Yele parts. That's what happens. They intermarry a lot. Most people in the area they Timni, Mende, Timni, they only talk in two languages. Mende and Timni, in fact, not trade language. I don't know Urana pure Mende man said anyone as radio or pure Timni as radio. We will talk about that another day. Family them, the line open for them. Now we begin to get the interaction. Obey. The line for open now, we begin to interact with people.
voice.
Oh,
Just to, you know.
Famulem, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Well, I will try for tell una say the program today una they listen or be tell una say na monologue where we get we young grandpa we na Imran for come tell we about the historical stuff there we una don't hear. I sorry the sound nobody go out, but I think it okay now. And I will try for tell una say Creole man say where you sabi wash you and you dey able for eat with a big people them. Well, we think say me and my brother we take soap and water for make we wash we and for make now we dey eat with we grandpa we inside a plate where we start to eat, you know they know whether not big one or whether not a small one. And I again tell you say it's good for make we get a people like this where they come and wake up, we bring them so we dey able know how things them start to the point where we dey right now. Because we don't see plenty of people now, they claim some position where we self not understand. Well, some of them say, now them bring peace in the country. Some of them say, now they make the country, they usai it is so where we not able to see it, usai where they go as a nation. Well, through the historical stuff they are, now we don't know usai the sufferness, we may the suffer, begin the plaba, where they go on right now in the country, other than start them and usai it begin. But we, they pray for make we not reach another peak where some people they want for make we reach when a tribal conflict. We no want that one day in our country because Timni, they married Loko, they married Limba, they married Fula, they married Mende. So that don't tell you say, no way where me and you they encourage any tribal division because we don't see this particular man where they call Kiate Kabio. In terms of ruling, no hard feelings. In the number one caretaker ever in the history of Mama Salwe, me by way get sense, we don't try for divide we as a nation. Because as things they go on right now in the country, we don't tell we say na the caretaker where they continue for another 5 years, we plenty Sierra Leone and the dip and cry. We still see them people like the old meeting there where they talk the way they divide the country. Where me and you be feel say by then therefore they come with statements them where they come we down and see how we go forward as a nation. But as I tell you now, this not to we talk today, this na Imran in talk we na monologue. Now we can open the phone line for make una self contribute na the program. Call and take part na the program. Tell we waiting you self think about all this history where we brother don't can read for we today na the family house. The phone line open now. You can call and take part na the program. All right, we get the very first caller. Hello, caller, you name and who side you they call me from?
Yeah, how now they do?
Well, we
You do
tell
good.
Allah, thank you. Go ahead and tell me what you think.
Yeah, me na question no more I get. I say now my question go to use Bible. Now who's Minister of Information then delete na this fake government where they want himself?
Well, I think say Imran the notes are now and he come and answer you. Who's minister that one day? Because me, I don't know.
Okay. Now that is my only question. Thank you very much.
You will go.
Okay.
Hello, caller, you name and who side you they call me from?
I call from Uyad. I mean, a concerned citizen. I just want to thank Imran for in history lesson. And now this I can say, I say, family know with history in Sierra Leone. And we know, all we know history, we know how they go. But me, I just want to say to Imran, do you are big? I'll make you find time, make you touch on how that bring democracy in Sierra Leone. Because me, I be did where FRC them come in, they go over to Chijankaba. I be did who campaign for Chijankaba for his second term, who vote him in. But matter be no be did so I don't know who say him pull, he come out say and bring democracy in Sierra Leone. So there we get time, make able for lecture people them, be able for understand how democracy can Sierra Leone. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, my brother. God bless you. Hello, caller. You name and who side you they call me from? Good evening. You're welcome on the show.
Welcome.
Good evening. I call from Freetown.
All right, go ahead and take part in the program. You get 1 minute, 30 seconds.
First of all, I want to say a big thank you. So that we give history. Some of we will not be even know the history of this country so much. We read history from 1 to from 2, 3, but we not get on details like we explain. So really, I want to appreciate them and big thank you to them. You know, people are always they give the bad name to the APC now they spoil this country. Yeah. Today are they at peace? Today I'm my first time for listening. I really appreciate them, you know. And all the development it put in order, let people understand. The people who don't they give this APC bad name, let they really understand. Now that's not my for say. I just now appreciation no more. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Choma. God bless you. Hello, caller. Your name and whose side you call me from?
Yes, good evening. We had Augustine. I call from London.
All right, Augustine, you get 1 minute, 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yes, I just want to tell Uncle Imran plenty thank you. But I also they call on for see how best he could put this historical facts into writing, because honestly, Salon, we get a lot of deceitful writers, you understand. Me, I go from Abbey College, I study political science, and part of me course I do history. So but the history we read is scanty, honestly. And honestly, get beaucoup writers in Salon where they paint a bad image of APC, historically, presently, than are just facts. You understand? So I believe, say, they call on the APC, then for the encouraging people, they are like Imran. They give them platform for let them able pull the facts, you understand, where they not hiding. My last point what they make is SLPP no go ever stop for doing it and do so if APC no give them a bite of their character, they forget a taste of their character, then see how they do so. APC for turn and give them. If they ever stop, honestly, like it take how many years, you get forget another hegemonist where they come na SLPP where they do this same thing. APC for give them harsh response.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Hello, caller. Your name and whose side they call you from?
Yeah, they call from London. First of all, I would like to tell Mr. Imran I'm thinking. I make me talk the last time say for left with the election done. So let God bless them, and we are let God bless ourselves.
God bless
and
you.
What I want to bring come is that Mohamed Kone, it take about for like call this result, and the result that we get now from the data from the police station that we get. So why they take us so long for like can produce this data again for we? Now me this now no understand. So Mr. Imran, I look like say you get for say something to the let me say for understand what they go on, you know. Because I not think say for taking long for like able for produce this data as a way. Now the same data he use for like call result. So what's not the problem now we they get for like able give this data? Now that's not the question I just want to ask, yeah?
The hard drive is scratch. All right, Imran will answer you.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, caller. Your name and whose side they call me from?
Yeah, my name is Ibrahim Conte. I will call from Riyadh.
All right, Ibrahim Conte, welcome on the show. Go ahead, you get 1 minute, 30 seconds.
The first way to me they try for talk, I pray to God, then can people allow more guide and protect them. And I want for make them be more and more, let them boku. Because for bring them kind history, they have to read the small one, them we don't know nothing, then they try for put trees on side, where we self they jam up, for make we not go get a better Mama Salon. And I tell them plenty thank you, let Allah guide and protect them for we more and more.
Amen.
We just want for no more from the old history. And I tell you plenty thank you now we host this program for make we the small one them who not can follow the footstep we big one them they don't take. Yes. So that's my own concern at the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you, my brother. Well, family members, I'm gonna call and take part in the program. Please, family, then on YouTube, the likes they're very low. We get 938 people who they watch. We only get 351 likes. If you appreciate waiting with Grandpa, they do inside the house right now, as soon as they call. Please, increase the likes for we. Hello, caller. Your name and side you dey call me from.
Hello, I dey call from Riyadh.
You welcome on the show. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Yeah, while Imran T help me, I hear one statement where this man where they call Prince Adam, we make now area Sierra Leone because I understand this Prince Adam in Papa now from Gambia and Comot, then Harden. Then they by that Jerome part in Papa then I've been farmer, then be the and I've been APC man, then Peter and Power election during the 10 day. Now, so Sierra Leone and they talk act to encompass Sierra Leone and they love this country. They say unity for we all. But if they talk against one side no more, I will let Imran TL this man a real Sierra Leone because at the same way we make them to go this player they can't die. We some of who we feel say one player with them they call Adebayo. 20 players they go take run helicopter. And there is na Gambia and Papa na Gambia and Mama na Mende. So let help with that side it. Because you know they talk like post to elect the country. You know they talk like Sierra Leone. Post to elect Sierra Leone, they encourage all man. It no matter who strive where they talk. So they are wale Imranti help with that side it. Because that statement they they talk like post to love the country. When I real Sierra Leone. So that be contribution that they tell you nothing.
Thank you. God bless you. Hello, caller. Your name and side you call me from.
Hello, good evening. We had Ahmed Scott. I call from UK.
You're welcome on the show. Please reduce the volume of your set and go ahead. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you very much. I have a question for Mr. Imran because now, as the case don't go now, Madabio don't claim say don't win, and I don't know what thing they go on now because like if Madabio force for form in government, which could be the way forward for the country because like the international community they reject, they say they want the polling station result them and up to now it's set on police the 8. So which could be the way forward because Madabio continue for assist, which could be the outcome for Sierra Leone, which will be the result for Sierra Leone, how Sierra Leone will look like the next 5 years because if Sierra Leone don't get the support from the international committee, how Sierra Leone will look like. Please, Mr. Imran, please, I need an answer for that. Thank you very much.
God bless you. Hello, caller. Your name and whose side you call me from?
Yeah, Mina, I call from Freetown.
Please reduce the volume of your sets and you're welcome. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
I just want for comment on Mr. Imran in terms of the date. SLPP start for the governance in 1951 to 1967. And if you go to history, Sheikh Stephen was the first minister of mines, land and labor in 1952. So you may get a government system will take place before independence. So before independence, SLPP may not be in governance from 1951 to 1961. Now we get independent. We'll get independence, then rule back from 1961 to 1967. In fact, 3 days ago, Naim, I do this research. Even to this morning, I do research. So Sheikh Stephen was the minister of mines, lands, and labor. He was the first, and that was 1952. So what they make I do this research, then they always claim say APC may not in power for long. So because of that, they want to equalize.
You get 10 seconds.
Because they don't say election way they now, and don't exist. Some of them don't born weight in the 50s. So they always get the idea saying that 1961 I didn't start for rule. No, then do before independence. Then I make if you go to history, there was a dispute. Sheikh Stephen made a challenge say. Therefore, only election before then take independence. If you do research, they may get that dispute there. So now 1951 to 1967, first me don't rule before then lost to Sheikh Stephen. And that time.
All right, we're very sorry. The time I don't drop this call. I call and take part in the program. This now we had really bring you issues of Mama Salon, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Please, family members them on YouTube, we get 1,000 320 people already watch. We get only 393 likes. I want to shout and say, people here, you behind that. Please, when I increase the likes there for we, please. This number too big for this kind of likes we at the see. If even you just can't do chichi puli, please. Just pass your finger, they make you increase the likes for we, and we move on. Hello, caller, you name and Usai you they call you from, please.
Hello, yeah.
You're welcome on the show.
Yes, me Sizzler, they call from Germany.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, I always deal to my program. Waiting me one talk is I want to give message to the Mende youth them. This politics where they play, they're not good for Salon. The Mende youth them, please. Be you man, be you woman. Una tight up, una belt, una see waiting they go on. Una not make the big people they use una. Please, una ace una head up, make una know who side me don't come on. Me say they talk, me na one of una, me na Mende. But this politics, no put Salon first. Now my own messages.
Thank you. God bless you, my brother. Please, family members, make we increase the likes. The likes they're very, very low on YouTube. Please, let we increase the likes as the program they go on. Well, we grandpa today on the platform. Mr. Imran T, where they can tell una the history them where they happen. Well, this is not just the beginning. As scholars them they give them views. Mr. Imran go see how you can respond to una. And you will see how it able to put all of this way, plenty of una they continue for benefits inside this particular word and program we grandpa they bring to you. Hello, caller, you name and who side they call you from?
Yes, how everything? I call from California.
All right, you're welcome on the show, brother.
Yes, extensively. I don't listen. We all pop in at the line. But one thing we fail for realize now with the talkies, make with the talk, thing where they aggravate other situation back. And they talk about past histories. But again, if we want for listen and clearly, if we don't tell we some past mistakes and back where APC been do during the term. And it talk a beat himself at the end where it talk say Sambangura been go for don't do in checking term. Like me, I know it's very, very, very well. During that 10 day, now other than be the rule. Now APC been the rule. Where it talk from Albert Bagai and Milty Magai in term. Soon as we can to where Sheki can begin rule, that's at the time where the country begin trouble. That's at the time where the trouble begin, situation begin, Sheki can exchange with money, one from OAU. Where Sambangura say they do one. They go there send highway robber.
10 seconds.
One Pekin be the day where Naomi they take care of highway robber. He talk to the Pekin. They go and push the man for don't condom. But again, we are not all. We know they talk about this. Me before don't make APC test the law. Therefore take the.
All right. Hello, caller. You name and Usai. You they call me from.
Good afternoon, my man. Concerned citizen calling from Washington, D.C.
All right. You're welcome on the show. You get 1 minute, 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for our platform. It's very helpful, especially for those of us in the diaspora. But the point that I try to make is both parties are responsible for the chaos and craziness within the happen our land. Both parties have done nothing in our land for the last 50 years. Both parties need to be held accountable. With people that forget sense for stopping for both of us. APC, please.
The sound more full, I'm not hearing.
Bring out the results when you get. Bring them out so the
country. Hold on, please. Mr. Imran, you say waiting?
I'm not hearing that man the way they talk. I'm not hearing the sound more full.
Hello?
Okay,
yeah, sound better now.
Go ahead.
Yes.
You better now?
Okay.
Yes.
All right,
much better.
Me now? Okay. Well, my point that I was trying to make it, both parties are responsible for the failure on our land. Both parties are responsible. If we people been they think right, we need align to either party. For the last 50 years, what thing they don't do? Me, I left my land 29 years ago in darkness. I returned back last year in darkness. You hear me?
Clear.
What thing they don't do? What thing they don't do, my brother? They have done nothing. There is no bold vision. There is nothing. No one that put a real plan where you will see for the next 5 years or 10 years. What thing will benefit to a land, my man? Now both now nonsense. And APC, me, I don't care about APC or SLPP. I care about democracy. I want transparency. If APC want to be transparent, since they accuse ECSL and SLPP for not and everybody else not be transparent, let them produce the results we then get. Produce the result. Let the country see. We deserve, the people of the land deserve to yari and see the results we then get. They refuse to go to court. Produce that result. Produce the result, my man.
Thank you,
my brothers.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Hello, caller. You name and who you call me from?
I call from the yard. The boys and repair. How do they do?
We tell Allah thank you. You're welcome on the show.
This country, the big one there, they don't pull this country for we. Then feel then they use we no more up to now. Who don't get sense. Who don't know say so no more than they use this country. But now so nobody go and so small. We don't know how for dinner this country. This waiting don't go so we don't see this year and this election. We don't know. See Salon, I use them they use we. But the time don't pass, their own time don't pass. Your own time they come. This now that they no more get for tell them.
All right. Thank you. God bless you. Hello, caller. You name and who side they call me from?
Yeah, my boy.
God bless you. Welcome.
Yeah, they call from Germany.
All right, mate, go ahead. Give me the 30 seconds.
Yes, my brother, thank you for bringing Imran to the back at this program. What you for say is that then people when they come at the platform, they try to disturb people or Imran where the education of people will not get opportunity for no the salon history a bad. Then I want to then get one formula when they use always. When somebody want to come defend the bad way SLP they do, it will start from APC. That like formula was already. That's what I'm right now. The man don't do bad right now. The country what happen, the country right now is then the people in the South East people they need for stand up. They need for stand up for the poor for SLPP. Or this idea they can't be defend APC. Look this man wake up. He don't left salon over many years. Up to a dark. Really? Akaba spent 10 years at the country. Then they call you the darkest country in the world. After this command left, not today go salon. He died again. They left for life and people. Convince people and they brainwash people. It's not good. It's not good at home. Not go allow them again. Not go allow nobody for life and person again. Now this 21st century where they ever allow them. We keep on bringing people like Imran for enlightening people and for telling we what to know.
All right.
You understand? We don't allow none part again for somebody again.
Thank you. God bless you. Hello, caller. You name and who side you call me from?
I call from Riyadh, by Buye. By Buye, I want to spoke to one of the caller. The caller
caller. Hello. Please, everybody get in right to in view. I know we don't want for make people and they respond to people in our please. Just give your point of view, please.
Okay, wait till me one say. How APC go pull the results where they get. Now ECSL for pull the results where they get. If APC, what APC they talk not correct, let ECSL pull the results where they get. And publisher, you never go tell APC for let APC go pull the results where they get. So I don't know. Now this biasness like you always they talk where some people them not as sincere with themselves. Because when you want can't talk, you get certain people as they start for talk soon. You don't know for Musangul and you come up from.
We don't know now, so where people can defend the SLPP, then they go be, I don't care about SLPP or APC. Then you castigate APC, then you left SLPP, but the wrong thing the way they say they do. When you watch, look the statement the way the caretaker they make. Look the statement where the Prince Adi they make. That statement and they all not correct. Some people like come out and condemn their statements. You know what they call me, say you want peace, let we all two work together. Then they use what they against me. And not tell well. And not tell well. But now the same thing is what they always talk.
You get 5 seconds.
Sierra Leone and they will damn two hypocrites unless we left the hypocrisy before we will develop.
Thank
but
you.
This hypocrisy will not side.
Hello, caller. Your name and which side you call me from?
Yeah, we are this now concerned citizen. They call from London.
You're welcome on the show. Go ahead. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yes, it's so unfortunate for the Sierra Leoneans. We're hypocrites. Then they see things the way they happen. They know the points or address then things. Then they this not the game where SLPP don't they play all this while. Then they play intelligence and they play like say all time where then they try for address Salon problem them where the real root cause of the problems them. Then they always they play safe. You understand? And they get agents them who they push. How they begin talking, they talk say you now citizen, you know belong to no political party, they castigate one political party. Come on. If you want challenge what Imran they say, then pull your evidences them and challenge. History is there. Thank God right now we get people them where they write. Just like we get writers them from get Northwesterners them back where they write history. Now make would they call on the leadership of APC. They need like-minded people them. People where they think the same, people them where they think upright, you understand? People like Imran them for give them a platform.
You get 10 seconds.
Because then they unearth the reality. And then they pull the reality. You understand? We don't get carried away with a lot of fake things by this.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right, family members, them we take 5 more calls. We grandpa they come and respond to now. Then grandpa they try for go rest. You know, see na old man. If sorry, grandpa la just tap there. Hello, caller. Your name and which side you call me from?
Hello, good morning. My name Joseph. I call from Australia. How do they do?
Mr. Joseph, you're welcome to the platform. You get 1 minute 30 seconds. Go ahead.
All right, okay. I just want comment on the history where this guy Imran read about Sierra Leone. Where to me, I take her as a biased one because it just highlights the negative part of SLPP during after Milton Magai and Albert Magai era. But waiting Imran failed for mention about APC is that during the time where SLPP lost election, the country been there in full swing. Train been there. A lot of factories that been there. Sierra Leone been there export things then outside that country there. And the GDP been very, very good. The Leos been very, very strong. But would halaki that country there? Na Sheikha Stevens. Imran failed for mention that day. Would pull reveal na Sierra Leone? Na Sheikha Stevens. Would collapse the country economy? Now, in the very Sheikha Stevens, now collapse that country economy. So when would they give history about the country, especially when would they use that kind of platform here? And finally, would they give the correct information to people that out there so that they will really digest waiting now the history of the country between the two political parties, waiting be done they go on.
All right, 5 seconds.
Okay. So the same thing like now at the come to this thoughts right now where they on because now the same thing they be do where Sheikha Stevens be do where be dead behind bars where a left behind bars Sierra Leone get independence are the same thing that they do. So Imran for actually tell the people the truth about what all be done they go on. That's my own contribution. Thank you very much.
4 more calls for round of the program. Hello, caller. Your name and which side they call you from?
Yeah, this now concerned citizen. I believe say
concerned citizen, you're welcome.
Babu and know that they talk.
Clear.
And I want for comment, the man we did when Mr. Imran. I don't know him personally. But I think what you don't say, it well. Some of us in America will not take 29 years. But what you don't do now with countries alone. Like I don't do things that I can challenge any former or present cabinet minister or member of parliament. Which I don't do now with communities there. You self can testify that now, number one.
Of course.
The problem with Salon, in the United States, when something happens there and then, they deal with her. When Trump mess up, then deal with her. So if this government mess up, we they talk about now. Why is it when they address issues we get for do it today, when they go draw things away, we don't pass and so. This is not a sarcastic in government. It's not an Escoma-led government or whatever. This is a Marabio-led regime that is in power for the past 5 years. Look at the mess where they go on. So why make when people then talk about the mess? Somebody talk say, alone I say not for each another person in comments. You there out of the country for 29 years. For coup stuff, you not being kind of salon. Then you only went there last year. They get the chicacity and boldness for kind of media and begin to talk nonsense.
All right. 10 seconds.
Look how far the country, look what happened. Now don't know what me want for say.
Thank you. God bless
and
you.
Thumbs up to Imran. God bless you too, by the way.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
We'll take 3 more calls for a round of the program. Hello, caller. Your name and where you call me from, please.
Hello, Babure. My name is Koluba.
You're welcome on the show. You get 1 minute 30 seconds. I laugh because of your name. Now, big name you get Koluba.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome once again.
One thing that they talk is I be done the call back the last time before the election. Not a small thing with the play with. You know, we will not born it. We will not be born it in the terrible SLPP repetitions. You know, we the young people, we the young youths, like who age, like we not believe in tribalism. But you know, when it comes to the sector in Asado, we deal with all kind of tribes. But I'm telling you, few men them, they are not tribalism. But majority of them, they are very tribalism. This is not a small thing we play with. Now this government are already in power, so now then why have we formed this rebel business for whole APC come out? Not a small thing with the play with. And then people that they can do all time for them staying at this power. The mistake with them you do, where Ahmed Chidan Kabauna Manigo. If you not be mended with them for that power day, now they that fetch for them come out for them not come up for that power. Or when that sexy don't sit down so now.
10 more seconds.
Now that sexy don't sit down so not a small thing with the play with. That's why they go do everything for them and sustain to that power. They don't care today, they don't care tomorrow. This is the reality.
All right. Thank you. 2 more calls. Fambulem for round of the program. Hello, caller. Your name and inside they call you from?
We had that they call from Washington.
You're welcome on the show.
We had. They see, you know, it is sad the way people can call. They begin cast blame the former government, the previous government. No, we are talking about present things. More talk about waiting they go on right now. For the past 5 years, now SLPP led by Madabio now in the whole this country. So anything way bad right now they will for blame. When they come with new direction. They say that they can't change everything. That's what they promises. They promise us that they can't change everything. But when they come, we can't find out say they just come meddling with the same rubbish will be they go on, and then can become more worse. We done, then they cast it, then bidwam. Trade APC bidwam. Trade APC bidwam. Trade APC bidwam. This is nonsense. These guys don't want to take responsibility. Right now, the rubbish will they go on right now. Now this present government, now they mess, now they make her up, and now they get for correct time. They're not just one for correct time because they feel too proud. They're so proud and dumb. They're not only proud, but they are dumb. They are dummies. So they not get one integrity at all. If they get integrity, therefore be nothing for do.
All right. God bless you. We'll take the last call. Hello, caller. You name and who you dey call me from?
Good evening. I dey call from Riyadh.
You welcome. Now we are again. You get 1 minute, 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Since I get sense, people and they talk say na Shaka Stephen fuel this country. But the question when me want ask, before Shaka Stephen and after Shaka Stephen, the one they always don't come. Waiting they don't do for this country. Because when you watch, all waiting Shaka Stephen left. All waiting Shaka Stephen left. Now in they exist up till now. So what about the one them before Shaka Stephen and after Shaka Stephen? Waiting they don't do. All the way you talk with big person, they go say na Shaka Stephen well this country. But when you watch all the legacy them, all the infrastructure the way Shaka Stephen left up till now, na in day. So how this person we well this country left them thing and then the one that we don't make this country, waiting they don't do. Let them begin the show me. I don't know. The post we don't well this country, thing and the way people them go begin point. This na Shaka Stephen do. This na Shaka Stephen do. This na Shaka Stephen do. The one that we don't make the country or the one that we they can't make the country, waiting they don't do for me. Let them begin the show with them thing again. All the people that see the name. But Shaka Stephen, I do this. Shaka Stephen, I make so. What about the one that we made there before Shaka Stephen and after Shaka Stephen? Waiting and on do.
All right. Thank you. God bless you. That's not the last caller for today edition. Grandpa, they come now quick one and respond to some of the callers them concern we them raise. And we stop the phone line now. We know the pick call again until tomorrow. Grandpa, over to you, sir. This not the concern way people don't raise.
Pambulem in Akabo, Bible, thank you. I listen to them and I will tell you, we get quite a lot of Mende hegemonists them. And one of them, now Joseph from Australia. Joseph say I was biased. We not just come out can talk. We talked on issues them where not only pull na do na SLPP they pull na do. We get a video where we play where a gentleman will talk about how SLPP wonderful and how APC bad. But I know he talk for say one party na APC na SLPP vote for in parliament. I know he talk about that. So those are the things I can correct. You see, for go school is one thing. For able to comprehend what you learn is something entirely different. Then he come now, he talk for say na Shekipul Railway. And he talk for say all the things that they be there, where SLPP be there. Not so SLPP make them things and the way SLPP take power. You know for say we be get pre and post-colonial rule. Pre, all the things then they where we get motocar now we first get on Saharan Africa. Now we first get plane flying this Western Sahara. Now we first get railway at the Western Sahara. Not to SLPP put them in Sierra Leone. Now the colonial occupier them. Now they make them things in this. SLPP not get nothing but do them in this. Instead, waiting Joseph now Australia can remind me. Now for make a tell and say, but the things the way I talk. Albert Magai na him prematurely change with money from the pounds to the leos. It was premature. And now we money begin lost value. Now under SLPP happened. And Albert Magai now be the Minister of Finance. When I say things, I say them because they are facts. Let go check Dandy. Albert Magai now change with money from the West African pounds to the leos. And it was prematurely done. It was rushed, just like anything else. And also APC bring one party come. Now SLPP bring a come. They voted for it in a private member's bill. Honorable Chief Baibero, who was a minister without portfolio, attached to State House during Samilton, a prime ministership. That's when that private bill was passed, and Sam Goba, 9 second the motion. It is fact. When I go look at it, was voted, and the bill was passed. Chekino passed the bill. APC not pass the bill, SLPP passed that building. And it happened under Sam Milton. In fact, Albert Magai be there against. Sheki be there against. Now, only way Albert Magai want for, don't become prime minister now. Now he want for can push that. Because that was waiting be popular at that time. Because that's what Kwame Nkrumah was doing. Nyerere be they do. Sekou Touré be they do. All the Pan-Africanism they do that one party business. So Albert Magai said we want for follow that. But when Sam Milton they try for bring that, Sapolo get one word. Sam Milton in your own case, now for make it bring the country together. For let we go work as one people for progress the country. Albert Magai ain't the one for do and for consolidate power to himself. Because when he take power, one of the very first thing what he do, he try for curtail and reduce the chiefs in power. But to me, they talk, it's there, it's fact. And now in change we monitor Leos and prematurely done. Then for a gentleman will be they talk about Sambangura, I don't feel say he pay attention to what he had to talk. I mean they try for talk about people away like a patriot to the country. And I talk now that perspective I talk about Sambangura. If anyone go talk about other things than about Sambangura, it's up to him. This now an interactive thing we'll only learn from. On the perspective where I talk about, now because Sambangura now be a patriot, he try for faith for everybody in Sierra Leone. And I the challenge him. Almost mean they man don't fight for Sierra Leone. Almost. The SLPP party women they man they make all this thing for. Let them tell me which political party where they function right now women they man make. All the party them now create the people make them. Why you feel say where APC can align create man say open window, APC can align no. Urana one of the brain child were facts for APC like Grace, Tanasi still, and are the first women's league leader. Now, long not they be emotional, but anything there. Now we focus on issues. Me just want for get things them level out, and that's what I'm going to continue doing. We get hegemony system where they try for tear the country apart, and not say there are lots of good men people, but that guy will make that video. I know say I'm in the man. All what he talk not correct. Prince Williams not left because he happy. Now because Albert Magai not get a symbol. So now Albert Magai managed badly. APC win the election day, but Macaulay call him back. Macaulay now one of the most reputable man we go ever exist in Sierra Leone. Now he call the result. When he call the result, then they swear in Pasheki. Who was doing it? Now be the governor. Not like football team, now be the governor. Because that day, with man and not be there in charge again. That's why I don't be there in charge. So like football team, now be the governor, not to be with man, now be the governor. Just like how the brigadier, not to be with man anymore. Because the last brigadier, when I be with man, Brigadier Blackie. Brigadier Blackie, hand over to Brigadier Lansana. The same way, the governor be done hand over to life football team. And the brother we talk about 1951 will be still get a white governor. So, Dr. Sierra Leone be there in charge in 51. Now 1954, now him we get the first minister when I be there in charge of parliament. So now officially, if you measure, now 1954, now in SLPP take reins. And SLPP itself, now 1948. Now in they form SLPP. And Uda na the brainchild of that formation day. Now Esgerald, I'm not just be called the name, Esgerald Nathaniel Jones, where now a very wonderful Pan-African, where fought for make Salome become one nation. Now him and by Pharma TAS collaborate for make SLPP. And by Pharma now the first chairman. And Cambia district now be the headquarters for SLPP. And that's fact. Any man can say whatever they want for say, that's the reality. But what me Kanaya, now for that will become one country, one nation. And if any man left the country, then get for come and take responsibility. Say some of the behavior of them, where Madabio and it cahoots and they perform in that country, they should stop. It's wrong. It's unacceptable. Not about just they can't come on the talk, APC be do this, APC be do that. Now make a outline all the bad things that where SLPP do. And most of the people that where SLPP glamorized, they were not good. Like Madam how do you call her? Koblo Gulama. One of the people that cause SLPP for fall. He do a lot of Dabaru and Rojo business. And Albert Magai, in leadership, 9 SLPP. Samilti Magai tried to bring the country together. He worked tirelessly. He be old man, he not be well. He be get diabetes. He be weak. But he be still a try. He left the country, and make Creole man and be like Samilti. Creole people and be love Samilti. Because the man begets that patriotic kind of character for make we country be something. He improved healthcare in that country. And a very intelligent man. But he must study history. He study medicine. Broad spectrum. When he comes by a field of education. So, me people, we are not here to condemn anybody. And for one of the brothers that we talk for saying APC and SLP for Sierra Leone, then they, for me, now the biggest joke, that's where I can tell a lot of Sierra Leonean. Sierra Leonean for understand by now, say not to SLP Puel Sierra Leone, not to APC Puel Sierra Leone. Not Sierra Leoneans and Puel Sierra Leone. And I go tell them how Sierra Leone and Puel Sierra Leone. Bad na bad. If APC they do bad, you know APC, not set you mouth. Come out and condemn the bad way they do. If SLPP they do bad in the name of Mende, like how Madabio presiding and they behave so, Mende man not for 6 months. Because all the bad way they do, and then they do them in una name. Una for can clear the ear and challenge and say, in another they do in name. Like one guy where they call Gula something, make an audio where I so enjoy, where he condemn SLPP and he tell and say, look, I am a Mendeman and I'm not standing with you. And one brother also called, which I say, I think from Germany, he said I'm a Mendeman. And he condemned the act. If something is wrong, it's wrong. This kind of extreme partisan virus, get for go now we country, where you will be so partisan to an extent. If you party to do something wrong, you still live Bambara. He wrong. But when you make Mendeman want to go kill the company Mendeman because he joined APC. If Mendeman kill the company Mendeman because he joined APC, you don't feel to say we when a team ni Creole local. So we go afraid. We're not comfortable. We are very, very irritated. We are very, very confused and troubled. We want to see good Mende people and come out and condemn that behavior there. But at the very Mende people that they see they come out, hey, man, it goes bad. I mean, they talk earlier when I mean, waiting. Wait for Prince Williams. Very wonderful Sierra Leonean. Wonderful man. If he gets one parrot, the parrot will get bad behavior. When the parrot kiss, in the evening, they say, Kinio. The police, they say, eh? They say, because Kepler on Fongo. Then I cost that one day. Because they may never the cost. Police say, but I mean, let me the cost. Say, because Kepler on Fongo. May never know what they talk. So, me could not go down the road then day. Bad na bad. Anybody they can't tell me for that say, me never know the cost. I don't hear the people that don't talk that. What about Kutubu? Kutubu not so Mendema. Sierra Leone is a diverse society. Even Kutubu where they say in a Kutubu, Mendema na get name Boku, Kutubu. Kutubu not so Mende name. Kutubu means Kutub, na Arabic, na book. That's what Kutubu means. It means book, Kutub. When you go to Mandela, anybody where they call Moana in Imran. When you go to Timbaland, they call her Murana. Now Imran. There are certain things that they will get for understand about we culture. Now that's make we need for educate we say. We not do history. Now science I do. But because I like me country, I like me land, I begin to study the history of we country, do research. Once I read as history in our country, na French Revolution, Napoleon Bonaparte, Russian Revolution, the Tsars, the American War of Independence. I'm a Sierra Leonean. What did that get for do with a Sierra Leonean? Still, I'm a business, but the American War of Independence. Who's that me only? But I'm not teaching me nothing about Bible. Bible and be a very skillful fighter, very intelligent man. Now be a father figure. He surrendered because of the Scotch policy. What's not the Scotch policy? Then they burn people and host them and farm them for inflict heavy punishment upon the subjects them. So they go in make Bible surrender because you never let them out the Salon people then. So now that
family members them we don't hear waiting we brother don't come and talk to we but the issues them we don't they happen now mama salon way I can say some of
hello yes sir
go ahead
I don't know what happened, it just cut off.
Go ahead.
So now don't stop today, brah. I tell you, thank you, the chief. I mean, they talk about you uncle, the late Baibure, the wonderful chief Nakase. You're a wonderful man, oh. And if you come back in throne, for let you straighten the country. We need another Baibure. We need another Kailondo, because Kailondo was the Mende, it was the Gizi chief, because Kailondo is never Mende, not Gizi. Kailondo sent contingent of military support, logistics to Baibure. And the people away send, they keep their Romani, Napotloco, and that's the reality. And let people begin to think, like that man Joseph, Australia. Let go ask people them, what is Moyamba mean? Moyamba. Let it tell me if not to Payamba. Don't Muyamba. Na Payamba. It gets a team connotation. We are one people. That's all the force. SLPP this, SLPP that. SLPP this, SLPP that. Who don't make SLPP? Therefore, tell the daughter that they create them. Thank you. Because they make SLPP, not to me, man. Make any man can chakra me and ask me if me man make any party with viable. The only party where they make na PMP. It not go far because of this tribalism and political tribalism where they pan them, where they want for making culture. Then the other one na PMDC. PMDC, no, all that's waiting. But all the big parties in the country now from the northwest, the people that we make can come out. So let us show me one party from the south. Fambulen, I didn't want that. I tell you, thank you. And by Bure, the paramount chief, where Riviere are afraid. Could I be a biade? And one can crack matches pan a labor on. I get flexible bar, no good one. Because by Bure, I'm already take nonsense. I didn't want that to wear long time.
All right. As I've been saying, you know, a fine for make you a small one, Sabi, for take your time for what you answer the able eat with. You big people them. Well, this na Imran T way una be don't they ask for quite a long time. Plenty people have don't they ask. Who say Imran T day? Why not they see Imran? Why wait to put Imran? Well, they say warrior where they always succeed in our front. It not they just advance blindly or big fully. Where he advance, it retreat. So it able to take stand for advance again for conquer waiting a deeper. Well, I think say now grandpa be do big person, not able for run, but is savvy for maneuver for make it at the safer side.
I not cut you word though. I not cut you word. If una want for the seminar, una for the press the like button. I not like way akanaya that tropes likes and they get. I want for get plenty bunch we go full of tipper. I feel say I deserve that. So now in that so if we are not press they like them, I know they can't again.
All right, that's now the word of with grandpa. Well, me not elect for say na old man, but I can only tap grandpa. Shembepi and I elect for enter that other side, but until in the behind the studio they listen.
Old man.
You know here behind there, he's still a passage say grandpa na old man. Well,
you know old.
Look out. Well, thank God now you watch there. You know to be watch there. Me one.
In the way old, tell us say in the way old na the better one there.
Well, now I put me in a funny position.
All the new things that are Chinese make it.
Now me now put that the middle where I'm not able.
Is a bit that thing waiting the man called Bayakat. Bayakats are the equivalent by English they call a sandwich. That's one for sandwich you and one put you middle.
No, I not agree at all.
I agree with I with you.
So Slpp say the one when we go left for translate no more. He say you know one because you know buffer you did not even pan. Hey God.
But the buffer don't join and they not the buffer they drink for you there.
No wait,
it is cookery there.
You want to tell me say that
no, Slpp don't get nothing for 10 people. It is not the buffer.
Aye.
Now Bible no more left for add me. I need for add me Bible they be cheap. Because I need an expert for the talk in case there. Because they get a plumber and the buffer where you get for set too. But I don't feel to say Slpp are the thing.
This one I'm not get me for talking.
Slpp are not the thing at the buffer. You know the last week.
You buffer not even qualify for be by it.
Hey God.
That buffer, remember that buffer when they go scatter.
Hey God.
Not you buffer
Slpp, but I know they talk plenty with man where they want to give bridge name now half part for the bridge the name.
When I don't make around the soda guy.
But when I want for give you name to bridge now half part. When you complete, when you be complete Slpp a bridge, when not to half part, they will begin to talk. But for now, the brother, they are all left us too.
All right. That's now we grandpa. Well, family, this now just the starting of the historical issues them way grandpa they bring you na the platform. Sorry, and as you hear he say this not just the start and waiting to encourage him for make a good come and bring you more of them thing there. Where is it on the house? You forget him the likes. Well, it's always him na likes. He put na line cup of tea where he okay with now until leave that one day. So please, una they like the program when we can day on because another one day una go do for we no more we serve they feel okay. So far so good. Now so we they take with them for left una. Could guys say tomorrow? Sunday. Oh, the pot. I forget the pot can both Saturday for Sunday. Anyway, until we meet again tomorrow on another beautiful edition inside the same family house. We appreciate una, we love una, and we continue for bring una waiting they make una self know about the country, especially for we people and where the family feel say they not for know if you not get radio or any other thing. You know, well, sometimes they can get radio yourself to and speak them baby English them. Well, we bring you here for break the English them down so you're able to understand. Until we meet again tomorrow once again. Tata, me Bible Kablai, I love una, and Regionalism back tomorrow.
Now really, as soon as know, we all know from the age of the sea, we all know say anytime when APC comes, then they bring trouble and left in a trouble. And we don't see what's in the happen. From the election, what's in not happen, when I know what we're going to hear from me, and then we go take them from that. Make I tell you now what's in the happen inside the country and why we need for this together as a party. Because now we are the only people, now we are the only party we will ever bring development to that country. We will save that country. I will start by saying that the worst SLPP government better pass the best APC government. We not only bring independence, but also initiate development after independence, and we make sure say the country they together. Until the APC take over, they introduce tribalism, nepotism, the level with war, we make everybody in the world look at the country, Sierra Leone, as savages. With the cut yourself with your hand, they look at company, you lay in hand, you cut them, I mean, when you look at that, you know it's not a Sierra Leone and one because we are peace-loving people, we able, we make flabber, and every human being in the world they make flabber. Coming to the SLPP, of course, quite in a lot of circles, people view me as a controversial figure. I am not a controversial figure. Waiting bring me into politics, not just that love for the country. Where I begin work as a soldier, now inside Thailand they drop me. They say, go fetch there. Inside Nyandeon, now there I begin fetch. I end up in Shebema. I head the Shebema unit. We protect Shebema until when me left it. I be did we be Nashtai. I commodity after we do the coup in 1992. In the time when we did it, no rebel, no ever enter Daru or enter Shebema. They go can the fed Daru barracks because the Daru town they be taken. But take the war down, Daru barracks. Take the rebels they reach inside Freetown. Do they ever enter Daru barracks? So, what thing I really want to say is this. Me get a background from, as a patriotic citizen, we enter the army for fight for the country. And after that, I happen for be part of a coup where we overthrow the APC. Why? Because all efforts democratically for change government in that country, they don't fail. We all know from 1968 up to 1992, where they go to for make we not even get way for change. They make it to one party, they legislate them, go to parliament and pass them. So nobody not be get way for fight or for change government. Now we got to give the strength, the wisdom, and the blessing for more good one who will not die. Today when I hear some people that can talk, yes, now we can talk that, oh, this they continue, if we don't continue, other side they don't know. We own situation be different. Other Sujaman they will take over now other countries they, at the time. They had peace, they had an economy running. We did not have peace, we did not have an economy, everything be scattered. In 1992, food not there, you get for Timapna line for fear, everything. We've been get formations to stabilize. And I remember, in less than 3 months, you know it's Timapna line again for fear. In less than 3 months, things don't change. Every hope. When Naina the food for human being, if you not get hope for tomorrow or for next month or for next year, you are finished. We bring back hope in the middle of war in that short time. But that's not been waiting we able to achieve at that time. And I always want to tell people they say, then for Georgie based on that, not on the many things where they be feasible for look. I want to tell you is the SLPP is strong. We have good people. And we always will remain the best with our country don't get. Anytime APC come, anytime we allow APC to come, we don't fail ourselves as a party, we don't fail that country, and we suffer the consequences. Now, inside Freetown, things are hard. Very, 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 very hard. How will you go forward to the end of this year? I God one know. Because everything from the indicators the owner don't see. On corruption, we don't slip back. Competitiveness, as a nation, in terms of doing business, we don't slip back. The other day, I was in London, they say we are the hungriest nation. I even tell they say a lie. They say, well, according to your calculations, Sierra Leone is the hungriest nation. Me no say a lie. But for me, even people they talk about that about your country, they feel angry. But what do you do? Now, because the calculus is based on what they see inside the country. We get the flag, the APC in the tell we say they get free health program. Now, more picking and women in the die when they give back than before. So where is 48 million pounds per year they go? If we don't see a decrease in that number, instead it don't increase. So nothing they go find. The only thing where they get, we're very effective, none of them propaganda machine. But even that is beginning to fail. Because even full man, Chris man, you put you bust bucket, you put water, they go. I think we're going to take, you know, say this, you know, and at that situation we don't reach to. Now people they not begin to speak up. But I want to make all joy. Like how me say, and me I don't challenge the president on national radio. I tell and say, me one met he can't talk say, me President Goma. I know they go for no extension and I know one no to come, but still you know to come. And you go behind the whole meeting then. But many people they can say, oh, this man they do so well, we want the total for him. We not for the silent about that. Wherever you are. Today we have the email, we get internet. Our voices can be heard. Don't underestimate your own individual contribution. The cumulative impact of that can move the whole government. Put your voice out there. Be candid. We want democracy. If we don't stay there, I not stay there. President Kabawe in time down, we go. So that will be the flow 2 times. No manipulation. We don't allow anybody to change them, but that can bring what. So I go one for stop now. I'm not saying I get plenty questions there. I will be able to answer some of them, and the other one then I will engage the leadership, the chairman, the chairlady, and then with our executive structure, so that in future we will be able to communicate even when we're not in contact. Thank you very much. Now really, as soon as know, we all now from the AULC, we all know that anytime when APC comes, then they bring trouble and left in a trouble. And we don't see what's in the happen. From the election, what's in the happen, when I know what we're going to hear from me, and then we go take them from that, like I tell you now what's in the happen inside the country, and why we need for this together as a party. Because now we are the only people, now we are the only party we will ever bring development to that country. We will save that country. I will start by saying that the worst SLPP government better pass the best APC government. We not only bring independence, but also initiate development after independence, and we make sure say the country they together. Until the APC take over, they introduce tribalism, nepotism, the level it was, we make everybody in the world look at the country, Sierra Leone, as savages. With the cut yourself with your hand, they look at company, you lay in hand, you cut them. When you look at that, you know it's not a Sierra Leone and one. Because we are peace loving people, we able. They make flabber, and every human being in the world they make flabber. Coming to the SLPP, of course,